I've seen many divorces in the organisation and never seen someone shunned for it, but keep seeing people on the internet saying there were.
Okay, I'm not going to argue about it because we all have our own experiences. But I want to explain to those who perhaps are wondering what it's all about, this shunning thing. And I'm going to talk about soft shunning in the Jehovah's Witness organisation. What do I mean by soft shunning? Well, Jehovah's Witnesses are constantly told they have to avoid bad association. And this bad association can be anyone, whether they are also in the congregation or outside. All people who are not Jehovah's Witnesses are automatically classed as bad association. The ones that do not comply with everything in the congregation as Jehovah's Witness, they are often shamed and not particularly like by name, but there are always talks and articles about how to recognise those who are not spiritual according to Jehovah's Witness terms, how to avoid those who aren't following the governing body's directives 100%. Anybody who speaks out, anybody who deviates in any way from what is being taught is automatically classed as bad association and spiritually weak. Where am I going with this? I got married at 18 to somebody who was not a baptised witness, which is one of the teachings by Jehovah's Witnesses that one should only marry in the Lord. And even then, you've got a list of many things that you're supposed to do and not supposed to do. Also, divorces are not allowed among Jehovah's Witnesses, no matter what somebody says. Even if someone's been unfaithful, the other party will still be encouraged by the elders to make things work. But it is the only instance Jehovah's Witnesses will allow divorce if one party has been unfaithful. That's the only instance. And I'm talking about divorce, not separation. Separation is a different matter, where they do allow separation on, I think it's about 3 grounds. One of them being if the other party is basically stopping the witness from being a witness. So this is in case of somebody who is married to an unbeliever. So where am I going with this? Soft shunning is basically, yes, you go to meetings. Yes, people will probably talk to you as in, hello, how are you? How's things? And then they walk off their own way. Or they'll just nod, or they'll smile, or just say, hi, you're right. And then they go on to do their own thing. You don't get a real meaningful conversation. You don't get invited to anything. People avoid you like the plague. Yes, they're not told that they can't say hello to you. Yes, you don't have to sit in a back room if you were wanting to go to meeting, but you're disfellowshipped. When you're disfellowshipped, you are dead. You're dead to them. There is nothing there. Nothing. They don't even look at you. They don't acknowledge you. You don't exist. You could be dying on the street and they will walk past you. They're so terrified of having any contact with a disfellowship person. Soft shunning, it is when everybody thinks you're a bad association, and if they're seen with you, they will also bear the brunt of being ignored, being excluded, being left out. Okay? Every person who has ever got divorced that I've met has received some sort of soft shunning or even separated. An example, I knew a lady whose her brother
real fleshly brother who was also a witness. They were in the same congregation. He had his own family, she had her own family. At one point, she decided to separate from her husband because he wasn't providing for her. While she sort of had the right to do so, her brother and sister-in-law and a number of people in congregation still decided to condemn her and avoid having any kind of friendship or relationship with her. Like, she wasn't dead to them, but she might as well be. And it's only when she took her husband back that she restored her good standing and her brother would communicate with her again. So this is what I'm talking about. There is always judgment. If someone steps out of line or makes a mistake, there will be people who will never forget and they will never let it go. And they will always see you as somebody who is not good enough for you. They'll see you as somebody who will taint them. They're so afraid to be in your vicinity because they think that your conduct, your reputation will rub off on you. Okay, so that is what it's all about. And anybody who is studying with Jehovah's Witnesses or wants to be a Jehovah's Witness, the moment you get baptized, you have to follow everything to the letter, or you will not have friends, you will not have support. It will all be very superficial, hello and goodbye. Very rarely, you might get somebody visit you or talk to you. Mostly it will be just elders checking up. But that's what you can expect unless you obey the witness programming to the letter. And that is, again, abuse.